Hi, this is Rucksack Brian from HostelManagement.com. I'm here with Adam Harris, CEO of Channel Manager Myallocator.com today. Adam, thank you so much for being with us.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
The reason we're having this meeting, recently information came out that Myallocator is going to be incorporating with Hostelworld's property management system, Backpack Online, which is really pretty big news, especially for anybody who's using Backpack Online. Adam, can you tell us what this integration is going to mean for any hostels out there who are using Backpack Online as their property manager?
Well, it means if you are using BPO and you happen to use Myallocator, it's a direct, seamless integration. So you no longer have to log into both systems. You can do all the room allocations, rate changes, and whatnot from within BPO, which is really exciting. We're trying to save time through this partnership. And the reality is you can still use all of your channel allocations that you would want. You can connect with all the channels that Myallocator has to offer. You can leverage any functionality that we make available today. And it's just going to be a seamless integration. So all of the information that we collect as Myallocator would then be passed down to BPO. And so there's no manual process anymore going forward.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Up until now, anybody using Backpack Online could update automatically their allocation on Hostelworld. However, for any other channel that they may be using, they would have to do that manually somewhere else. So now this is incorporated in one spot right through their PMS. It'll update to everything.
That's correct, yep.
Which is huge.
Yeah,
what will this integration mean for any hostels that are not currently working with Backpack Online?
BPO is just another partner. It's another PMS that Myallocator is connected to. And if you're not using BPO and if you're using a different system like the 20 or 30 that we have available today, there's no change. You'll continue to operate Myallocator and that PMS relationship as is. It doesn't affect any distribution strategies that you might use. There's no connection to Hostelworld that's different. It's the same story. And we made it very clear I want to make it very clear, there's no relationship between Hostelworld and Myallocator. We were not acquired by Hostelworld. We are a separate entity. Hostelworld is a great channel. It's a great channel partner with Myallocator, just like Booking.com, Expedia, Gomeo, and all those others that we connect to. And this is just an opportunity for more properties to connect with Myallocator and make it in a more simple process. So rest assured, your connection with Myallocator does not change through this relationship, and it's a same old story going forward.
Okay. I know there were some concerns that were raised regarding what information might be shared with Hostelworld, considering that they are not only an OTA but also the property management system. What information is shared with your OTA partners?
Any information that's shared with our OTA partners is the information that the hotel provides us to share with the OTA. So, for example, a rate change or availability. So things like that is shared with our OTA partners. In this case, there is no information being shared outside of what you guys tell us to share. Data security, privacy of a property, and backups are at our primary focus. We would never share any information that was unwarranted or not requested by or on behalf of the hotel. So if, for example, you do a rate change and that rate change needs to be shared with Booking.com, then we're going to share that information with Booking.com. We're not aggregating data behind the scenes and selling that to a third party. So none of that's going on. This Hostelworld BPO announcement doesn't mean we're sharing information because BPO is now a part of it. That's not happening.
Okay, so there's no additional information necessarily that's shared with any of your PMS partners that could then benefit or give an advantage to any of the OTAs that happen to also own that PMS?
Nope.
Okay, it's good information to know. There's a lot of concerned comments around there going along in the hostel management forums and in private conversations, so it's good to clarify that.
Yeah, and if anyone ever has any questions, I mean, we're an open book. We're always here. We're always online. You guys can send an email to support. You can send an email to adam@myallocator.com as well, and I'm happy to jump online, connect, and talk to anyone of our customers, current or prospective.
Okay. And then I'm curious, actually, if you have Backpack Online customers who are now also going to be connecting through Myallocator, Myallocator offers some phenomenal services on your own, such as the Book Now app. Is it possible for somebody who is using Backpack Online to use the Book Now app for their own website?
There's been no restrictions placed on functionality. So going forward, if it's a feature within Myallocator, it's a feature to that hotel. or
And that would then also apply to including commission rates or adding any percentage addition to the base rate for each of the channels, which is currently an option.
That's currently an option. Yep.
Okay, that's fantastic. And currently, Myallocator, you said you're integrated with many different property management systems. On your website, you list 13 different PMS systems. Backpack Online would be the 14th. Are you incorporating or have plans to incorporate additional PMS systems?
Absolutely. We have about 24 new PMS partners that are coming on board in the next few months, and we get more contacts every day. Our goal is to open the doors to as many partners as possible, because in certain geographic areas, there's specific rules and regulations that associate or surround a hostel. And we don't want to limit anyone from using Myallocator. So we are actively pursuing more PMS partnerships, more channel or central reservation system partnerships, more booking engine partnerships. And so if anyone has a system that they would like us to connect to, let us know, and we'll happily go out and try to get that connection made.
Making the hostel industry easier, one connection at a time.
That's the plan. I mean, our mantra is really about change. We want to make this a better industry. We want to create technology that really drives our hoteliers and hostelers to become better hoteliers and hostelers. And a channel manager is definitely a center point of that. You and I, prior to this interview, talked a little bit about how we've saved you time. We've made it easier for you to manage your hostels with Myallocator. And if I could go out and reach all of the hostels in the world and say, hey, Myallocator is just one step forward to making you better, smarter, save you more time, then I think we accomplish our bigger mission. And we really are striving towards making it easier for them to manage. And it's one step at a time, like you said, one connection at a time. And I'm so excited about where we are, and I can't wait for some of the stuff that we're going to introduce in the future. We're not going to talk about those things today, but I am excited because we got some fun features ahead.
Okay, and actually, Myallocator has seen some changes recently. Earlier this year, Myallocator was purchased by Digital Arbitrage, which is actually your company. What is the business focus of Digital Arbitrage? What does your company do?
Our company just builds technology for the hotel industry. We've done it for many years. We've built applications on the group side of the business. We've built applications on the OTA side of the business. Meaning just aggregating information together, making it easier for hotels. And so when we were introduced to Mark and Mo, and when CloudBeds, our PMS platform, was looking for a channel manager, we went to Myallocator because of its reputation, because of its leading sort of edge in the space. And we had a kindred spirit with those guys. Mark and Mo are fantastic. They built this incredible little business that has helped and touched so many properties around the world. And for us, we wanted to just bring in a little bit more resources to accelerate the technology, make it more scalable so that every hostel in the world could use it without any fear, but also bring some of our expertise and our background to the table to build some layers on top of Myallocator that will help, like I said before, make the hostler smarter, access to more information, and make better decisions. And we have our little mantra in our email where it's just sort of cheers to more reservations and happier guests. And that's really what we're about. We want to free up your time, every hostler's time, to spend more time with guests, because that's why we're in the hospitality industry. And if we can do that, well, we think we're going to create a better environment in the industry in general. And so the Myallocator, purchase and in partnership with CloudBeds was really just about resource and more technology team and better support and better ideas and more ideas and all that good stuff around the product. And so the culture hasn't changed. We are the exact same culture that Myallocator was before, and will continue to be going forward. Same focus. We started in the small hotelier space. We're going to continue to stay in the hotelier space, and it's just a little bit bigger team and a couple new faces.
All right. And you mentioned that the company also has your own PMS. Do you have other businesses or other products?
At this time, no. Those are our two main systems. We have some technology that powers some other companies around the world. when it comes to the hotel space, but our primary focus and sole focus today is really Myallocator and CloudBeds and where we can take those platforms going forward.
Okay, and just to put minds to rest, Digital Arbitrage and your company is not an investment company. You are not venture capitalists. You are
We are
technologically aggregators.
Yes, we are in the trenches every single day. We are in the trenches building a business. We are very proud of what we've been able to do today. And nope, we are in this to create a great business for everybody, and that's including our customers.
Fantastic, fantastic. Some of the changes that have already come out, you said that in the future you have some really great things coming in. Some of the things you probably don't want to talk about just yet are the things that you can tell us, either changes that have already happened or changes that you do see coming in the future.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of things I'll be the first person to say we had a couple down points during the last 6 months. We moved everything into a more scalable cloud architecture for our servers. And through that process, we moved terabyte after terabyte after terabyte of backup after backup after backup of all of our properties. So every single change that gets put into Myallocator gets stored in multiple layers of redundancy, so that in the case of a dire situation, we can switch back into a backup of a system, and that's to protect everybody. And we had some information as we sort of moved into the cloud, slow down our servers and took us offline. And those are the hardest days of the last few years, because it's a terrible situation for all. We totally understand what that means to your businesses, and you can imagine we are literally stopping everything trying to resolve that. But we are now successfully in the cloud. We have incredible cloud architecture, which means the system will get faster. It allows us to modify the system more quickly. It allows us to release more features. So what is 2015 about? Well, 2015 is about keeping the system online more, so that we always are online for you guys. It's also about more channels. We are in contact with hundreds of more channels all over the world, from India to Asia to South America to Africa to Australia. All the continents we are covering. And we want to bring those channels to you guys quicker. In addition to that, we want to look at some of the common trends that are taking place in the industry. Mobile booking is really popular these days. It's going to continue to be popular. So Book Now. I anticipate seeing some changes to our Book Now functionality, making it more robust, making it more customizable, so that you can integrate it into all of your sort of website experiences better.
Wonderful.
In addition, language. I would love to see this in as many languages as we possibly can, so that if you are in Asia, you could see it in Mandarin. If you are in Latin America, you could see it in Portuguese or Spanish. And I think that will just better the interface in general. That will lead to less errors for all our users. And there's a few other tricks in there that will help you guys make a little bit more money along the way too. So there's some really fun stuff, but the basics is more channels, better support. We're going to introduce 24/7 support going forward, which is a big change. I can't give you an estimate, but I can tell you we're actively hiring all around the globe right now for those individuals, so that if you guys have questions, we have answers right away. And then lastly, we're the language support, just giving you guys more flexibility when it comes to using the interface.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Sounds like great things are coming.
Yeah.
Throughout all the changes, you had mentioned that one of the differences that you're going to have a bigger team now. One of the biggest concerns I've heard is, are Mark and Mo still involved?
Yeah, so Mark and Mo are not still involved. Mark and Mo stayed with us for about 6 months, but they have a great history with Myallocator. They've been in the trenches for 5 years, and they're going to take a little bit of break. When we left, and they left in December, they're our friends. They will continue to be our friends. They're going to continue to be huge supporters of Myallocator. Does that mean they're going to take a different role within Myallocator? That's yet to be determined. At this time, they're taking a break. They're traveling. They're spending time with their significant others. A a much needed break. I think they both are sort of taking a deep breath and sort of regaining some direction in their lives and looking forward to sort of the next chapter that they're going to open. Both of them are in communication with us daily, so we talk to them regularly. We're trying to see if there's opportunities for them to take roles within our company going forward, and that's just yet to be the time. So I don't want to change and say that they're still with us. I want to be very clear. They are taking a break. That doesn't change anything. We had very clear instructions from Mark and Mo when we took over, and we have lived up to those to date. There are no changes in our culture. Our support's going to be continuing to stay the same. We're going to make it better. We're going to add more channels. So everything that they were planning to do, we're going to continue to see that through.
Okay. I know they have a reputation for providing spectacular customer service, and it sounds like with your team and recruiting more customer service representatives, you guys have every intention of continuing that level of service.
Absolutely. We took over customer service and we've continued to do so. We've been doing it for many months now. And so if you've continued to use support and you've seen little change, that's because our team has filled in some of the responsibilities. But going forward, more support people are on their way, in different language support as well. But it's going to be about you guys. We are really trying to make this system better. And it starts with you. It starts with answering your questions. It starts with building technology. And I just can't wait to just get that live chat up, get that ability for you guys to connect with us quicker. And more importantly, just release some of the stuff that we planned, because I think everyone's going to be happy. Everyone's going to see the value that we're going to continue to bring. And then more important, the opportunity for you guys to have two-way communications with us. Mark and Mo had great relationships with a lot of you. We're going to continue that, and I'd love to continue to do these type of fireside chats and answer questions. And so, like I said, Adam at Myallocator, that's my email address. Send away. We're here to answer your questions.
That's great.
Yeah.
With the addition of all of the extra technology, the extra people, everything else, up until now, Myallocator has been a very, very affordable product. Is the current pricing strategy going to continue to work for you guys even with the new additions?
That's a great question. It's something that we've talked about internally. Myallocator hasn't changed its price in 5 years. It's 10 pounds or 17 US dollars, and we do get requests from parts of the world where the currency is not as strong against the dollar. And, for example, in Russia and parts of Latin America where inflation has taken their tolls. So don't be surprised if you see some regional pricing in the future. Do I think the product's going to go from $17 to $100? No, the product is not going to go significantly. If there are any price changes, they're going to be negligible. Little changes here and there, and it would always come with more features. So we're not going to just increase the price because we want to make more money. We obviously want to make more money, but we want to do, we want to follow suit with what Mark and Mo have had promised from the get-go. And again, there are costs that we are incurring that have gone up. Servers are more expensive these days. They're not cheaper. Customer support has gone up in price. Just the standard cost of living has gone up in price. And so we have to, cover those costs as well. But, for the time being, no increases anytime soon. And if there are, it will be with new features coming alongside.
Okay. Just wanted to give you a chance to, while you're here anyway, are there any other concerns or questions that are frequently asked by hostels that you would like to address so that you kind of have a wide audience at the moment?
I have a wide audience. Great. When we took over Myallocator, we were actually really scared that we would be perceived as a group of, a new group and a group that bought this sort of gem in the hostel space. And when we bought Myallocator because we believed in what the sort of underlining vision was. And I really want to sort of reinforce that our underlining vision is the same, and it's about to get very exciting. And I also want to sort of share that don't speculate. Partnerships with BPO or Booking.com or Expedia or Hostel Club or Hostel Rocket or whoever. those are because we want to strengthen the availability of features to you guys. It's not because we're aligning ourselves with the big bad wolves of the industry. These guys are going to be around today, tomorrow, and to 2020 and beyond. And so these are really about us getting access to more hostels. The BPO partnership was, us reaching 2,000 plus properties around the world who are manually managing their channel allocation and importing that into their PMS system. And we wanted to cut that gap and free up that time. And it's about bringing those type of time savers and bringing better ways of life to you guys. And so we're running a business, and yes, we have a business model and we want to be successful, but we need your help just as much as you need us. And so we're not going to do anything to jeopardize that. And I want to sort of reinforce that we are here to help you guys, and we're going to continue to be here. And if there's, any ideas or any questions or concerns, call us. We're here. Email us. We're here. We want to just answer those questions directly. And if we have situations where we cause a problem, we're going to be the first to raise our hand and say it was us. And there's no hiding anything going forward. This is Myallocator is a newer improvement of Myallocator as it was before, and that's it. And we're really excited to be in the industry, to be a part of it, and just thanks for supporting us.
Sounds like you're going with continuing on with a tremendous business philosophy and right in line with the hostels that you're helping and that you're partnering with.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I look forward to meeting more of you. I really do. I will be in Dublin for the Hostelworld conference. I'm not attending the conference, but I will be in Dublin because I know a lot of hostels will. We will, be trying to sort of host a little meetup. I know it's in a few weeks, but to grab some beers, to chat, talk about anything and everything, and just shake hands. It's about us being in the space, and don't be surprised if people come knocking on your door from our team just to talk more about it. What can we do to support you? And again, this is just I'm really excited. I've loved to travel my whole life. I've been to 30 plus countries in the world, and I'm going to be traveling more, and I'm hoping I get to meet as many of you guys out there. So again, I'm here. I'm in San Diego, but I'm always on a plane or somewhere. And shoot me an email or shoot any member of our team an email, and they'll respond quickly and they'll answer your questions.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
The official announcement for the integration between Myallocator and Backpack Online is going to be made at the Hostelworld conference coming up at the end of January. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yep.
So for everyone attending, all of the questions can be answered then, and much more information to come from Hostelworld.
Yeah, I'm excited to see their approach, and again, their announcement is separate to our announcement. They're sort of leading the charge because they're the PMS and we're just the sort of technology solution that they selected. But again, we'll be there. There'll be 3 of us, and we'll answer any questions. Just look for the Myallocator shirt. But like I said, we hope to talk to each and every one of you going forward. And if you guys do have questions in the media and this didn't answer your questions, shoot me an email and I'll happily answer those.
Sounds great. Adam, thank you so much for your time and for answering all our questions here.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Thanks, Brian.
All right. That's Adam Harris, the CEO of Myallocator.com, and I am Rucksack Brian from HostelManagement.com. We'll see you later in the forums.